കറണ്ട് വന്നില്ല.
കറണ്ട് വന്നു, പക്ഷെ നെറ്റിന്റെ മോഡത്തിൽ വേറെ ചുമതല കത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും.
കത്തു ഇപ്പൊ
എന്നോട് കത്തി പിടിയും തോന്നുന്നു. ഇതുവരെ കത്താത്തൊരു സാധനം കത്തിയേക്കണം. നെറ്റ് ഇല്ലെന്ന് അങ്ങനെ എന്നുള്ള കത്തണം. എന്താണ് ഇല്ലാത്തതെന്ന് അറിയില്ല. നോക്കാം എന്ത് വേണമെന്ന്. കറണ്ട് പോയിട്ട് വന്നപ്പോൾ തൊട്ട് കുഴപ്പമാണ്.
I still have 2.5 million more, man.
വെപ്പൺ അപ്ഗ്രേഡ് ചെയ്യും വെറുതെ തമാശ തീർന്നോളൂ.
ജെയ്റ്റ് കട്ടറിനുള്ള സാധനം എനിക്കില്ലെന്നു അപ്ഗ്രേഡുകൾ.
അപ്ഗ്രേഡ് കല്ലില്ലേ?
കല്ലുണ്ട്,
മറ്റേ ബാക്കി
കല്ലെനിക്ക് 1300.
1300 കല്ല്? ഈ കല്ല് എവിടെ പോയി ഉണ്ടാക്കിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും? കല്ല് ഫാമി ചെയ്യാനും പറ്റില്ല. എന്താണ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്?
എല്ലാ ദിവസം ഉണ്ടാക്കടി 20 വെച്ച്.
20 വെച്ച് എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ഉണ്ടാക്കി 1022.
ഞാൻ കുറെ നാളായി ഒരു വെപ്പൺ കയറ്റി. എനിക്ക് ആവശ്യമുള്ള വെപ്പണെല്ലാം ഞാൻ കയറ്റി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്.
ഇവരുടെ ഏത് വെപ്പൺ വെച്ചു കൊടുക്കാൻ പോണം? ചുമന്ന സാധനം
You can't run. Punishment.
എടാ ബെന്നറ്റ് മാത്രം ചെയ്താൽ മതിയല്ലോ, വേറെ ആരും വേണ്ട. ഓക്കെ
അതല്ലാതെ മറ്റേ കൊച്ചി നട്ടോ മോനെ.
അതാണെന്തോണ്
അത് വെച്ചോളൂ. സോറി കുറച്ചാറ് ക്വാഡ്സ് എന്തുവാണെന്ന് എനിക്ക് അറിഞ്ഞൂടാ. എന്നൊരു എപ്പോഴും ഒരു കാണി പറയാനുണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ അതെന്തോന്ന് എനിക്ക് അറിഞ്ഞൂടാ. അല്ല അത് വരാൻ പോണേ.
എടാ ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഞാൻ വരാം ഇപ്പം.
Let's light it up. Off we go. I'm going in. Get out of here. Take cover. Ow. Off we go. Boba, get the Get out of here. Take cover. Teamwork is dreamwork. Out of the way! Out of the frying pan, into the pit! Eat this! Let's light it up! Off we go! I'm going in! Get out of here! Nice and spicy!
Bro, actually I wished and I only got Razor. My stream got cancelled. I got 2 Razors and 1 Rosario, I guess. Yeah.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going, right? He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets he still has lots, and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her? Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say.
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean, is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose their equivalent. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the... It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time...
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatuian Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing. I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing! It's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to...
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone at two. You can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons, and with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial art...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision...
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma. Now...
Inazuma? You... want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want her to...
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the...
What are we gonna do?
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Vader's... Hello! Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then it'll allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna... Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the...
Uh-huh. Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living... Not to mention, I've helped them. They tried to sneak past me under the cover. I planted a left hook on this. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2-1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course, but the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of chill...
Hi there. Are you here for the...
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just...
Exactly. With a vision, we...
This master of yours must be pretty...
famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. He's got to be a grand master to the Ling Shan clan. He teaches a special...
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master...
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Ling Shan clan will go down. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. Are you here? If so...
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here. For me? Obtaining a vision? No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just in most people's eyes. I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really. Of course, I also put in a few... I seem to have gained enough. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just...
Chink's Village arm wrestling champion,
average.
huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of...
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbinger child.
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record of... Right, your registration is A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for...
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. I can hardly believe it myself. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid... In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using... All right, it's...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
That was easy.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on, we all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming...
All right. Let me think how to... You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how... And since you signed up, we've had many others do... Well, since everyone sees you, for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone... So, I'm putting you straight through to...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifier.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My girl's at the top of...
Okay, follow.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by—
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest—
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine? I lost interest eventually. You can't— I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was— Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the—
Wow! Now that's true strength talk.
If you have the chance in the future, please—
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too caught.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the...
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more—
maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong— Still, I'm sure he'll be—
He tried to use— His opponent was— Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because— Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my— Sorry, I shouldn't—
Oh.
Thanks, I'll—
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding— I could sense that you're not— But you were quick to adapt. And man, in fact, I'd—
I guess not using your elemental power—
We wanted—
Not as for the guy. What's the matter? Worried that you've—
If that is the— I haven't It is true. I do not mean given your talent.
Hang on.
Gathering intel besides our fate.
You betcha, huh? Wait
However, come with me.
The hunt begins! I'm here.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to yours. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Like that of some mysterious...
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to...
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her what... It's been a long journey. Honestly, even Paimon...
Perhaps such However, Of course, I too shall... Now then.
Cool it! Look at you, Boozound!
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
What's the hurry?
We can do this!
Solidify! Order guide you!
I'll protect
Rain cutter!
Time to go!
Your skills... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to... Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your... The world is a true...
You seem kind of...
I desire to know what meaning, vision, and what influences the gods... My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, visions are good in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria? Or even not to mention, with no new Electro-visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the rival.
She sounds less like
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered...
Oh? Have you encountered? With time, we will... If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for...
Oh, right!
If you have no other matters to attend to, very well.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can... Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long... Now, I'd like to introduce our first. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Wow!
I'm sure but today's fun. As for our come on, what could be taking... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody...
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watch. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to...
If you would, please come with me. Come with me. I can sense the winds.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
This is order. Stabilize.
Gypsy! Higher, hands on fire!
Can't run from dead.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Stabilize!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught—
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking— Drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me!
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand—
You...
But most disappointing of all, it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire in
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time.
So
I'd intended to win after watching the semi-final, since there was no use in trying to— I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but after all I went through to get it, I think— I know an empty fine.
You know, according to—
Huh? You're not—
Not to mention that the item you— It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to—
I never would have guessed you. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it.
Stabilize! Order guide you!
Cross over!
I'll have my revenge, eventually.
No, no.
Put down the vision and—
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No need for that.
Huh?
I take no pleasure when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest— But unfortunately, nothing— Yes. From the moment he stole— I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a mass— After seeing you command Come, why don't you give it a— I see. So, no matter. This was
Yeah, what's this?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. while I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenchukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my...
Kazuha!
All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for...
If you're looking for the captain, it seems that the crux Captain Beto was... But still,
The one who stole the vision, he knew he stood no chance. In which case, the crux...
Huh? So, if that's the...
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but now...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes.
Yes, but the voyage... In fact...
Hold on a sec.
Let us not forget that... Suffice it to say that if you wish to... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken...
Paimon believes you'll find...
Thank you. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm.
Silly churl bit.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo! Wanna come over for tea?